You download the quintet templates that are in the announcement section. When you open one up, it looks like this. It's basically a blank score, and I have the instrumentation for my project: a soprano, sax, guitar, piano, bass, and drum set. First thing I'm going to do right away is I'm going to go ahead and change this instrument as if you were going to change yours. So I select here, and in Sibelius it's different. You'll have to figure that out. It's not very difficult, but I'm going to go under Utilities. I'm going to change this instrument, and I'm going to make it a flute to keep everything in concert pitch without being transposed. So now it's a flute. You'll notice all the key signatures are the same. So the next thing I want to do is I want to think about, well, I'm doing a bossa nova version of Yesterday, okay? And I've downloaded the Yesterday scores, okay, the notation files from lesson 1, because I wanted to use the bossa nova drum groove from that. But the first thing I want to do is I want to match tempos. So see, this says quarter note equals 90. I want to get the tempo in mind to 90. There's no tempo here. So in Finale, I click here under Dynamics, and I go right to the beginning, double click, and find tempo marks, and I find 90 here. You can create your own tempo, you know. Pretty much you should be able to get your tempo from here. So I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to assign that. You're going to see right here now that affects how Finale performs your song. So what I'm going to do also is I didn't title this so that you guys could. I'm going to go under text, and I'm going to just put in the title here, Yesterday. Right now, of course, that's very small, so I'm going to go under size and make it rather large. So Yesterday, and then over here, just to be more specific, we know this is the score, right? And move that up. I'm going to double click here, and I'm going to put bossa as the style. And there's the tempo. Okay, we're cool. You can even put arranged by your name here, etc., etc. So now what I really need to do is two things. Number one, I need to open up my lead sheet that I've created, and I'm just grabbing this. This isn't totally rewritten. This is the original lead sheet, but I'm going to copy now the whole thing. Shift, click, Command C. I'm going to copy the whole melody into my score. So I'm selecting measure 1, Command V, and there's the whole melody with the first ending, second ending, going to, and it keeps going because I've given you 32 measures, or more than 32 measures, 37 measures. You can always add later. Now see, this says quintet template here. Later you can just click on that and delete it. So now here's the melody. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go, while having all these still open, I'm going to go in to the bossa nova version of Yesterday, and with the selector tool again, I'm going to click the measure, shift click, and for now I'm just going to do 4 measures, okay? Command C, because this first measure has Command V, has a crash cymbal on beat 1. You'll notice that the side stick is changed to a different note head, but that's okay. That's what's set up in this quintet template. So now, because bossa nova happens to be a 2-measure phrase, on beat 1 off of 2 and on beat 3, and then on the second measure on beat 2 and off beat 3 for the stick, I'm going to click these 2 measures, shift, and then I'm going to copy them continuously through here. Now we get to an interesting place here where there's only 1 measure, because Yesterday is a 7-measure phrase. So what I would do there is just maybe click the last measure, copy that and paste that here. And then maybe do the same thing here with the 2-measure phrases, right? Shift click, copy, starting on the bridge, and I'm pasting. And I'm going to go down the line, I'm going to paste through the whole thing. There is a way of moving this so that this measure is in the next page. In Finale is pretty easy. You basically just select it and arrow down and move it over. So now I can rearrange this, and I have the first and second ending. I'm just going to end right here. You guys can finish the process. But now at least we can hear it. I'm going to save this as your drum version with the melody in there. And in Finale, I'm going to shoot for the playback controls, and let's look for the mixer. Okay, and really all I'm really listening to now is the flute and the drum set, right? And then I'm just going to give it a play and see what it sounds like. Okay, right, perfect. So you hear that, oh, those are chords being played. Yes, what's happening is that the chords are being performed by Finale. We don't want that right now. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the chord tool here, go into chord and disable, uncheck chord playback. All I really want to hear is the melody and the drum groove right now. So let's start it over. I'm trying to get this mixer out of the way so you can see better. And you can mix that a little bit, bring the flute down. The drums up a little bit. You can even add a little reverb, just a very little bit if you want. Okay. Now you notice that it's not performing all the note lengths. That's not really that important to me right now. What is important though is that you experience and get to hear your melody working rhythmically with your drum groove. Now later we can go back and do things with the drum groove. For example, in Finale, it's very easy to go, okay, this is slashes and simile from this point forward. So you select that, and you know and then we have to go in and delete those notes in the second layer, but we can figure that out later as we go. So that's your basic first lesson on how to create your drum groove and put it in a score from the course, and get an opportunity to hear what this all sounds like. Okay, great.